wanna see forever, for what is done today never really fades away. Don't you worry about the weather, I'll rage on through the storm. Oh, and shed your skin today, though the rain wash away. Oh, come on, look inside, everybody just get in line. No, nothing's free but you and me, but we fight and we lie and we destroy what we believe. While you're worried about your deity, here I am, just worried about you and me. Yeah, while you're worried about your deity, here I am, just worried about you and me. No, I scream and you're screaming, we stand for nothing. Yeah, I scream and you're screaming, we all want morphine. Oh, kill those dreams. Oh, I can see, yeah, but I just don't believe. And if I were you and you were me, maybe we could just get together and you would see. Oh, we're all the enemy. And while you're worried about your deity, here I am, just worry about you and me. And while you're worried about your deity, here I am, take a good look at you and me. Oh, why can't you see?
Your love is my drug. I get high and can't get enough. You make me feel like a fiend. It's your skin and your touch. Must be a sin if I like it this much. It's the best that I've ever seen. You're all I need. The blood in my veins and the air that I breathe. You're all I need to get by. When you bleed, I bleed. I feel what you feel and I see what you see. It's your love that gets me so high. It gets me so high. Your love gets me so high. Your love gets me so high. Your love gets me so high. Sell everything I own without hesitation. my dreams and my imagination. Yet I just can't seem to shake this stone. Your love is my drug. I get high, can't get enough. You make me feel like a fiend. It's your skin and your touch. Must be a sin if I like it this much. It's the best that I've ever seen. You're all I need. The blood in my veins and the air that I breathe. You're all I need to get by. When you bleed, I bleed. I feel what you feel and I see what you see. It's your love that gets me so high. It gets me so high. Your love gets me so high. Gets me so high. Your love gets me so high. Your sexy body, baby, so close to mine. And all I wanna do is spend more time inside of you until we are entwined. I want you to feel me deep in your spine. Every minute, baby, I spend with you. Well, I keep thinking about splitting you in two. You are the best, yeah, and this much is true. 'Cause tantric loving is all I wanna do. Go a little faster, honey. Please don't cease. We're making so much noise that someone call the police. Don't get excited, just wanted to get a piece. 'Cause you got them wheels that I'd like to grease. Tantric loving is all I wanna do.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
A wizard is never late. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Gandalf. I couldn't have said it better myself. How are you guys this evening? It's Cyber Skull Media. I'm Mr. Thundy.
What's up? I'm Shades.
And we're going to talk Blazing Saddles tonight. It's going to be fun, guys. Put a lot of work into tonight. One of my favorite movies of all time. And we're not late. And when we go live, we are live. And that's what the scheduled start time is. Now, when we actually come on screen is a different matter entirely. I know you're new to live streaming, but that's kind of how it works. Especially over on like Twitch. So usually that time is to allow everyone to get into the room so they don't miss anything, because people aren't always there right at 7:30, and for us to do pre-game rituals, and then we're ready to go after that, like we are right now. So how you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing?
Hello there.
Ooh, ooh.
So whatever. Yeah, I know, right? So tonight we are drinking Shiner Seasonal Strawberry Blonde because I'm a strawberry blonde and that sounded really good. So
I've been kind of waiting, like, for the stream to start so I can try it.
pretty good. It's not as like strawberry heavy as I was expecting, but it's a nice blonde ale.
Tastes like shit. No, not shit, but it
I like it. I mean,
it's actually not bad.
made with poteet Texas strawberries. Anyways, guys, you know, it's been a warm one out there. Hasn't it been a warm one out there, Shades?
Like a mofo.
You've been out there working hard. You know who else thinks it's hot out here? You ready to find out?
Maybe.
You'd think it was 120 degrees. Can't be more than 114.
Oh, I couldn't hear it, but I know what happens. So,
Yep.
yes. So we got a handful of little clips like that I'm going to be using throughout the evening, and then hope we don't get copyright claimed. So hopefully I altered everything enough so that we can slide on by and have some more fun in this stream than usual. So before we get started, we're gonna pray tonight before we get started, okay? So I need everyone close your eyes, bow your heads, and we're gonna say a prayer.
Do we have the strength to carry on this mighty task in one night? Or are we just jerking off?
Amen.
Or are we just jerking off? I don't know. We're pretty much jerking ourselves off while we're streaming, so you just can't see it. Anyways, let's get into tonight. So I know some of you made the watch party. So I know some of you were being a pervert during the watch party.
Never.
Brooke. But you know, Netflix and chill happens. So, you know, Cyber Skull is quite the aphrodisiac. You know, that's just how it goes. I mean, look at Shades. He's fucking gorgeous.
What do you do?
What do you do? And this luscious mane? I mean, come on. I'm discount Thor. Come on now. So, Blazing fucking Saddles is one of my favorite movies of all time. One of my probably top 5 favorite comedies. I'm a huge Mel Brooks fan. Like, I've literally seen every movie he's ever made, and I have a copy of every movie he's ever made. So, you know, I absolutely love Mel, and I've studied a lot of his work as a creator, and I watched his commentary for this movie to prep for tonight, and I got some interesting stories from it. What's your history with Mel Brooks? How many of his movies have you seen, Shades?
Only a few, maybe. I mean, probably more, but not that I can think of.
Men in Tights, for
yes.
sure.
Men in Tights, Spaceballs. That was like definite like game stopper right there.
Spaceballs. We're going to cover that in May for Star Wars month. But yeah, so I love Mel's work. And you know, we're gonna, without further ado, put your favorite Mel Brooks movie in the chat or in the comments. Let us know which one's your favorite. And we're gonna get rolling here. So tonight's movie is about, you know, the railroad is coming through the West and they run into quicksand. And when they run into quicksand, they got to find a way around. And the best path around is through a little town called Rock Ridge. Who lives in Rock Ridge? Everyone with the last name Johnson. Literally. You watch the movie, everyone has the same last name. Derive your own conclusions from that. But anyway, got to come through. So this attorney guy, who's kind of a lobbyist in a way, decides this is how he's going to make tons of money. And we just got to figure out how we're going to get the citizens of Rock Ridge out of there. So, you know, instead of, you know, paying them because they probably don't want to move, he comes up with plans to get rid of them. And his first plan is to get the governor, who is played by Mel Brooks, to assign a brand new sheriff because they've sent for one because of all the ruffians, because Hedley Lamar sends a bunch of ruffians in to rough them up. And then he talks to Mel Brooks and has him hire a black sheriff with the thoughts that they will run him out of town or it'll make them leave town. And it'll just be that much easier to take over. So yeah, they hire this young gun, and who had been captured or had been brought in for knocking out his the guy watching over them while they were building the railroad. I know this is an absolutely terrible synopsis, and I'm sorry. But anyways, he rides into town. Town doesn't take it too well. And then he sends in a brute to try to get rid of him. It doesn't work. Sends in a beauty to try to get rid of him. Doesn't work. Sends in a posse to get rid of him. Doesn't work. And then they take the fight back to him. So this is a story of a little town called Rock Ridge. Now, after discussing said plot, yes, thank you. Thank you for the hair comments. Thank you. Willy Wonka, Shade's hat. Yeah, Shade's hat's pretty wild, I have to admit. So, yeah. So, you know, breaking on down here. So we watched the movie, and a lot of the stuff, if you're new to our reviews or our discussion streams, is I like to talk about all the behind-the-scenes stuff, the production stuff, fun facts, stuff that you won't know without digging into it yourself. And then we go into a little discussion at the end about the movie itself and what we thought and favorite scenes and things of that nature. So to get started here, we'll start with pre-production. So, hey, what's up, Zachy boy? How are you tonight?
Yo, what's up, man?
So anyways, pre-production. So Mel's first movie was The Producers, which I love. If you've never seen it, it's fantastic. We'll probably cover it at some point. And it was remade years later with Matthew Broderick and I think Uma Thurman and that one guy from Mouse Hunt. Yep, that guy. But anyway, he followed it by a movie called 12 Chairs, or The 12 Chairs, which is more of an art house movie. Neither one did very well, mainly because they didn't run in very many theaters. So he was broke, and they had a kid on the way, and he was pretty down in the dumps, and he was actually out looking for change in a gutter when David Beagleman ran into him. This guy had just created a new agency, and he knew Mel, so he took Mel to lunch to pitch him an idea. So this idea was Blazing Saddles. But fun fact, Blazing Saddles, the first name ever created, the first script that they worked off of was called xxcrudexx, like Malcolm X, but xxcrudexx. Yeah, but Mel liked the project and he was asked to work on it. And he normally doesn't do things he doesn't write himself. So they said, well, this is just an outline. All we have is an outline, but we want you to take this outline and flesh it out into a full-fledged script in your style of comedy. So that's what happened. They decided to move forward with it. This movie released February 7th, 1974. If that's your birthday, I'll give you 1,000,000 cyber cred. And of course, it was directed by Mel Brooks. Now, speaking of the writers, we had Mel Brooks, Adam Bergman. He's the one who actually wrote the initial outline for xxcrudexx. Norman Steinberg, Alan Uger, and Richard fucking Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
Yes, they
No
brought
way.
Richard Pryor in to help write this script. That's why it's so good, right? It's got Mel Brooks and Richard Pryor. It's a surefire win. But like I said, the name wasn't always Blazing Saddles. xxcrudexx was originally envisioned, like I said, as a very different story with James Earl Jones playing the sheriff. I can't even fathom him in that role. It's so weird. But it was also a different story. They changed it from xxcrudexx. They didn't want the movie confused with an X-rated film or a blaxploitation film, which was happening all over at the time. Then Brooks wanted to name it Black Bart after the main character. WB's like, no, that ain't happening.
I think that would have been a surefire one there.
Yeah. Well, they tried to do a spin-off show called Black Bart, and it didn't work out. There's actually the pilot episode on the Blu-ray, but I didn't get around to watching it. So it was really difficult for them to come up with a name, which makes me feel better when I'm struggling trying to brand something, that Mel Brooks had a hard time coming up with a name for his first hit film. So he wanted to go a little off the radar next, and went with Purple Sage because Bart was wise and he based the name off an old Western, but they said, no, that's too archaic and wild, which would have been weird. The Purple Sage. And no, not a fan of that one. But finally they landed on Blazing Saddles. You want to know when they landed on it? When Mel was in the shower before they started filming. At least that's how the story goes. So, a lot of great ideas come up in the shower, don't they, Shades?
I mean, sour beers.
Hey, Mikey, when he's taking a shower. So, if you know anything about this movie, it says the N-word a bunch. You know that.
What's the N-word?
Yeah, we're not saying that because I don't want canceled. So what I Googled, what I found from a Google search was that they said the N-word 38 times in this movie. I haven't counted it myself, but that's a lot. But it's not that much when you compare it to Django, which is like 110 or something like that. It's wild. But there was a lot of language, and just like Happy Gilmore, a lot of people didn't sign on to this project because of the language or the controversy with the movie itself. So it's interesting that we got two movies back to back that have a similar backstory when trying to hire different people. So with that controversy, the use of the N-word, Lily's seduction scene, Mongo punching a horse, among other scenes, were some of the most controversial, with the farting scene being one of Mel's notated biggest worries. When I watched the commentary, they're one of their worst scenes that they thought was the farting scene, because it was the first time there was going to be anything like it in cinema. There was no like fart jokes in cinema like that at the time. So they were worried about that over everything else, which I thought was hilarious. And thanks for the subscribe. I don't know why the alerts don't work. I tested them before the stream, but they don't work. I don't get it. But anyway, where was I? Oh, the commentary. What I thought was the funniest about the whole commentary was how Mel could recall different meals he had, like in detail, like exactly what he ate at that meal when that guy sat him down to invite him to work on this. Other meals with different people, he remembered to the T, and I thought that was hilarious. But he also stated that there was no political correctness back in the day, and they didn't know how the audience would receive the movie or if they would just flat out walk out. Now, there was a lot of debate on releasing the picture after the executives saw it because they didn't get very many laughs. It didn't go over well. So what did Mel do? Well, he took matters into his own hands, and they did a 300-person or so screening on their own at a drive-in theater. And from the very beginning, it was quote-unquote thunder, by Mel's words. The laughter never ceased. They loved the whole film. And word got out to the execs because everyone was talking about it the next day. So instead of getting canceled or not released, they ended up giving it a general release with at least $1 million in marketing, he said, which is wild.
That's pretty impressive.
And apparently, like, Gene and Cleavon or something rode up and watched it on horses the whole time in costume. Like, that's pretty funny. Like, that would have been a sight to behold. Like, I think it's just cool that he was like, well, you're not gonna do it. Well, I'll go get you proof that people like it, because the execs in Hollywood don't know yet. So one of the greatest things Mel could have done was he had final cut in his contract. And before they released the movie, an exec came to him and told him he had to take a bunch of stuff out. So Mel took notes. And then when the guy left, he crumpled it up and threw it away. And they had a successful release. He was like, imagine if I hadn't had final cut. He said he can't even watch the cut that's on TV, regular TV, because it cuts so much out. Like, that would have been wild. Like, if you don't have final cut, because like directors like don't get final cut anymore. Like, most of the time, all these big budget movies, the execs and shit get final cut. It's not the director.
Pretty shitty situation.
Yeah, make sure you got final cut in your contract. But anyway, when he was asked later about the many N-word references, Brooks said he received consistent support from Pryor. He added, if they did a remake of Blazing Saddles today, they would leave out the N-word, and then you've got no movie. Brooks said, strangely enough, the only people who are upset or told him they were upset about the use of the word weren't even black. That seems
weird.
That seems like that's pretty relative to what happens today.
Yeah.
Now, where was this movie filmed? Well, on the Warner Brothers lot in Burbank, where you can see at the end of the movie, and at Vasquez Rocks in Agua Dulce, and at Rosamond, which are both, I'm pretty sure, places out in California. Now, Mel Brooks, he wrote the music and lyrics for 3 of the Blazing Saddles songs. The Ballad of Rock Ridge, which is the Ballad of Rock Ridge, I'm Tired, and The French Mistake. He said that I'm Tired was the dirtiest song he's ever written. Brooks also wrote the lyrics to the title song, but the music was by John Morris, who composed the film score. To sing the song title, Brooks advertised in the trade papers for a Frankie Lane type singer. And to his surprise, Lane himself said, hey, I'll do it. And he said, Frankie sang his heart out, and we didn't have the heart to tell him that it was for a spoof. He never heard the whip cracks. We put those in later. We got so lucky with his serious interpretation of the song. Like, he was like coming to tears, and they were like, did we tell him that this is for a spoof comedy and not like a regular Western? They didn't know how he would take it or if he would want to leave the project. So they didn't tell him, and he didn't know until it released. All right, so here we go. We'll move into the cast. we're going to move into the cast now. And we're going to bring up a little screen share. All right. So, yeah, before we move into this next spot, I'll say thank you again to Brooke's dad for subscribing.
Hey,
And
thank you.
how you doing, Argo, and everyone in the chat? Make sure you guys thumbs up the video if you're having a good time. So, first things first. I've got the wrong thing pulled up. Give me a second. We've got Sheriff Bart. Sheriff Bart, as we know, was played by Cleavon Little. He was a Broadway actor, and he had never done movies prior to Blazing Saddles. But the moment Mel saw him, he knew he was perfect. He said everyone he talked to about him were crazy about him, and his delivery at the audition is what really sealed it for him. Now, originally, that's not who Mel was going to cast. Originally, Mel wanted Richard Pryor to play the sheriff, and he was dead set on it. But the people at WB weren't so sure because he was a known sniffer. You know what I'm saying?
He liked to party.
You know? I'm Dr. Axel. I do cocaine. But Mel said he thought Pryor was one of the most God-blessed and talented guys he had ever seen in his life, and that the camera would love him, but the execs wouldn't allow it, even though he said he literally begged them for it. So once Cleavon Little came into the scene, he was like, okay, I can relax now. This guy's gonna work. And even Pryor agreed. So next we've got the Waco Kid. Of course, Gene Wilder. I absolutely love Gene Wilder. I was really bummed when he died because I always wanted to meet him. I love him as an actor so much. I've seen a lot of his work. But originally, the first choice for Mel was a guy named Dan Daly, who was a big actor, who had been a big actor. And he was just too old. And he's like, my eyesight's going, can't do it. He offered it to John Wayne from Iowa. He was offered the role, but John turned it down because of his family-friendly image. But he ensured that he would be the first one in line to see it. He thought it was hilarious, but he's like, I can't act in this because I'm a family-friendly guy. I'm like, imagine if it would have been...
That would have been awesome.
John Wayne as the Waco Kid, it would have been so much different. It would have, I don't know. It'd have been interesting seeing him do some sort of comedy role. But finally, they landed on a guy named Gig Young.
Can you imagine John Wayne upside down?
Right? I want to see John Wayne hang upside down with one leg from a bunk bed. But they eventually settled on Gig Young, who was a pretty popular guy at the time. They said, and he was an older actor, who was an old alcoholic, who had alcohol withdrawal syndrome. So he was like, oh, that's perfect. He'll be able to legitimately embody that role because the role of the Waco Kid is an old alkie. And so he said, when they first started shooting, the very first scene with him in the jail, when he was hanging upside down, he started having a seizure, started spewing green shit, and they had to haul him off in an ambulance. So that kind of halted production. So what did he do in a time of crisis? Well, Gene Wilder and Mel were very close friends from the very beginning, and Gene had read every version of the script from the very beginning because he was a great friend and was actually incredibly interested in playing the Waco Kid. Like, he really wanted to play him, but with his age at the time, Mel said, you're too young to play an old alkie. But after the Gig Young incident, he called Gene. Gene flew out, nailed the role. They only lost a half a day of shooting, which is impressive. But his chemistry with Cleavon Little is undeniable. Like, they nailed their roles. It was impressive. Then we had our boy Mel Brooks, who's still kicking, knock on wood. He played the governor, William J. Lepetamain. And Lepetamain refers to a guy named Joseph Pujol, a performer in 19th century France who was a professional flatulist, using lepetamine as his stage name. You know what a flatulist is?
He was a farter?
He was a farter. I was like, I didn't know that you could be a professional flatulist. So that's now on one of my goals, my bucket list, to become a professional flatulist.
Well, yeah, I'm going to leave that alone.
So he also played a Yiddish-speaking native chief, which, you know, doing native face, we'll say, definitely wouldn't fly today. And he said he also then, his last role was he was a background, he was a director in line to help invade Rock Ridge. And it was a nod to Alfred Hitchcock, and then he dubbed a line for one of the backing troupe in Lily von Stoop's act. I always thought that was his voice, like the guy at the far left closest to her, but it wasn't him on stage. And it was like, okay, either he's dubbing this or that guy sounds just like Mel Brooks. Well, he dubbed it. Then we've got Hedley Lamar, Harvey Korman, a few other people they tried to get to play the role, including Johnny Carson, but it didn't work out. He turned it down.
Wasn't Johnny Carson like the talk show?
Host. Yeah, he's from Iowa too, I'm pretty sure, isn't he?
Pull out the little cards. Okay.
Yeah, I watched. My grandparents had Best of Johnny Carson VHS tapes, and I wore those shits out when I was younger. But the most memorable one I had was when he had a little thing called a marmoset, and he had a marmoset sitting on his head, and then it like pissed on his head. It was great. So his name was Hedley Lamar, which was a play on the name of a famous actress at the time named Hedy Lamar. So that's why they're always like Hedy, and he corrects them, because they actually got sued over using her name. She sued them, took them to court, or wanted to take them to court, but they settled out of court. She was an Austrian-born American film actress and inventor, and she had been described as one of the great movie actresses of all time. So I'll have to look into her, but it's funny that she just didn't get the joke and was like, no, this ain't happening.
Hey, so I guess Johnny Carson is from Nebraska.
All right, well, Midwest, close enough. Then we've got Madeleine Khan. This is the last one that we'll cover of the main actors in this movie. So Madeleine Khan, the funny thing about her was she objected when Brooks asked to see her legs during the audition. And she said, so it's that kind of audition? And he said, I explained that I was a happily married man and that I needed someone who could straddle a chair with her legs like Marlene Dietrich in Destiny Rides Again. So she lifted her skirt and said, no touching.
Hey.
Johnny
Carson's birthplace. Corning, Iowa.
Oh, I see that there's a retracted message.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. Johnny's from Iowa. I thought so, but I was like, I could be wrong. So, pull up my notes again here. Now, reception. How was this movie received initially? Well, it had mixed reviews. Blah, 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 blah.
Reviews?
Mush mouth. It was mixed on initial release, but it became a classic, and it actually re-released in theaters more than once because it was so popular. The summer of 75 or 76, they didn't have a big blockbuster movie, so they just released Blazing Saddles. Again.
Why don't they just release it again?
That's what they did.
I know, but I mean, like, again.
Again. It's like, could you imagine them doing that today? Like releasing a hit movie the next year or the year after that because they didn't have a big summer blockbuster? but the film earned theatrical rentals of 26.7 million on initial release in the United States and Canada. In the 1976 reissue, it earned another 10.5 million, and then another 8 million when that came out again in 1979. And its total rentals in the United States and Canada totaled 47.8 million from a gross of 119.5 million, becoming only the 10th film up to that time to pass the 100 million mark, which is pretty impressive. It was nominated for 3 Academy Awards, which were Best Supporting Actress, Best Film Editing, and Best Theme Song. Didn't win. It was ranked number 6 on American Films Institute's 100 Years, 100 Laughs list. And in 2006, Blazing Saddles was deemed culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress. So at least they can do one thing right. And it was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. So at least Congress can do that right. Speaking of financials, what do you guess Mel got paid to do this movie? For writing, directing, acting, and everything else?
$1 million.
He got paid $50K. He said, I only got $50K for writing, directing, acting, and everything. But it was his biggest success. Streamlabs is rigged? No, you're rigged, sir. I think if you tip $10 for a hot shot, it'll start being nice to you, probably.
Hush your mouth.
That might be the secret code. We are doing hot shots with moonshine. Did I forget to mention that? $10 and a moonshine hot shot is all yours.
We never even did our initial shot in the beginning either. You just started, yeah, yep.
I wasn't planning on one. So anyways, the theme or the tagline for the movie was never give a saga an even break. And it was based on Never Give a Sucker an Even Break by P.T. Barnum. Another fun fact. At around, where's my cred? I gave you cred. I swore I gave you cred. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. Anywho, at around 45 minutes, Cleavon Little was not warned about the, morons line. And his reaction was real. Another fun fact.
Oh, baby, you are so talented.
I'm over here arguing with Banshee
Well, I was playing a
blogger.
video clip. Okay, thanks for ruining my video clip, Shades.
We got to figure out how we can hear that.
Yeah, I got to figure that out. But if anybody knows, let me know. But anyway, you know what? Just because of that, Shades,
I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
you're fired. You know what? You know what else? You know what else? This is a load of
Bullshit!
Yep, load of bullshit right there. So, Richard Pryor was the one who created Mongo's character and wrote his lines. Another fun fact, according to Mel Brooks, there were a lot more scenes with the governor, but he cut them for time, and he joked, my whole performance was on the cutting room floor. After Gene Wilder's death in August of 2016, Kitty, shush. Mel Brooks and Burton Gilliam are the only survivors left of the 14 main cast members. There's just 2 left. We got to protect Mel Brooks at all costs.
I concur.
Finally, the Howard Johnson's ice cream parlor in the movie says one flavor was a reference to Howard Johnson's restaurant and hotel chain, which was famous for its 28 flavors of ice cream. And at its peak in the 70s, when the movie was made, they had over 1,000 stores. You want to say hi? You want to say hello? Another fun fact, Alex Karras, who played Mongo, was the defensive lineman for the Detroit Lions from 1958 to 62 and 1964 to 70. And finally, the deleted scenes. I watched the deleted scenes, and they weren't that great. They were cut for good reason. Like instead of Candygram for Mongo, which I found out is a band, like a ska band, they're actually not too bad. They had a shooting competition and an underwater diving suit scene. They weren't that good. They also had Head Them Off at the Pass section where they were followed, and they changed the signs so the bad guys went the wrong way, and then they came upon a baptism for some reason. I don't know why. They were cut. They were cut for good reason, you know. So that's all of our production notes for Blazing Saddles. And you know what?
Howard Johnson is right.
Yes, Howard Johnson is right. So now that we're done with that part, I'm going to fill you guys in on something we should have done at the beginning of the stream. Where's Crude? Well, sometimes you just got to roll with the chocolate waterfalls. He's not feeling too good. He couldn't be here tonight. So everybody wish Crude a well, and we'll have him back next show, probably next gaming stream. Yeah, it was ridiculously hot, wasn't it? You want to know how hot it was?
Do you think it was 120 degrees? Can't be more than 114.
Yeah, that's how hot it was. Only 114. So yeah, so there's our production notes. We're gonna take a very short break and get a new drink, go to the bathroom, and then when we come back, we're gonna discuss some of our favorite scenes in the movie and some more about the movie itself. So why don't you guys hold on tight, and we will be right back. Let me pull something up for you guys. Pull something up for you guys. That's what I'll pull up. We won't finish it, but that's what we'll pull up. All right, be right back, everybody.
Cyber Skull Media.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's your boys over here at Cyber Skull Media. It's the show with no intro. It is Gaming with Thundy. How we doing tonight, everybody?
Turtles in a crack house. Turtle power.
How about this new overlay, guys? What do you think? It was covering up too much of the game before.
You know, I made that face one time and it will haunt me forever.
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 Forever. Forever. Forever.
It's amazing. I love it so much.
I love how your guys is just like, you're like kind of smiling. Shades is kind of smiling. And I'm like, hey guys! Like,
hey, that chick has an exclamation point over her head. Oh, look at that.
We got it.
Okay.
75 points.
All right.
I hope you didn't read them. Oh, we read them. Trust me, we
Every
read
word.
Thundy collected all those diaries up quick. It's like a skill of his.
Hey, roof running reptiles.
Running reptiles.
All right, the over-under on Crude falling between the buildings. That's weird.
All right, guys, I'll kick the shit out of everybody.
Go this way. Go this way.
Whoops.
German suplex.
Teamwork is the way.
The way.
I am one tired turtle.
Not this time, Rooftop.
I forgot how to jump for a second. I was scared.
Who just did that?
Hush your mouth.
Not this time, Rooftop. I forgot how to jump.
Did you just fall through?
No.
I did.
He like straight sprinted off that thing like as fast as he could.
I gotta go.
Knocked off the roof, so.
Yeah, this is all karma, guys, for you making fun of me.
Oh! Look
Why?
at that. Yeah, we'll definitely have to clip that one. We all three went down that time.
Man, just don't run.
You son of a bitch. Did you not see my health bar?
I just fell off the building twice. You see my health?
Oh, mine's
Yeah,
lower.
it's full from falling off the building. Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
I like how we played this partially through already, and we still fell off the building.
It's kind of tricky. It's not really a...
Ooh.
Like, the jump doesn't jump very far. It jumps, like, the exact perfect distance of the gap. So, like, if you mess it up at all, it'd be different if there was a sprint jump.
Ah. Nice. Nice.
Oh, my gosh.
I am one tired turtle.
Boy's going insane with it over there.
We go hard in the motherfucking paint over here. Splinter with the hit streak tonight.
Bro, going off.
Oh, I just fell off. You can make fun of me now.
What a loser. Okay, get that revive. I don't know why you're breakdancing on my body.
I don't remember how to,
LB. Oh my
This
god,
guy
my
is
teammates
stuck.
just let me down.
I am being harassed by this guy.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Oh, boss fight. What is this bat dude?
Man.
Whoa.
It's title bashing time.
All right.
These fools again.
You want some? You want some? I'm hungry. I'm hungry for some bacon. Let's go.
I'm focusing on Bebop.
That's what I've been. Well, sorry to blue ball you there, but if you want to finish that video, it's called Heroes in a Half Shell, and it's on our channel. That was part 3 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle playthrough that we'll hopefully be able to do next Thursday with old Crudy. So, before we get back into things, we were tipped for a hotshot. He didn't show up, but we were given a special request and a special amount for this request. So, for tonight only, for a $20 tip, we will not spin the wheel, but we will do our hottest hot sauce in our bunch right now that we have tried in our hot shots for $20 tips tonight only. Otherwise, we can spin the wheel for $10. So, as long as we're up, because we're done with the bulk of our stream. So if you want to get this in and watch us suffer, now's your chance. And good luck, Zachy boy. Hope everything goes well with the storm rolling through. You know what? We prepped this. We've already poured our shots, but not the hot sauce. Do that now. But anybody have any comments on this movie? Any questions you want to ask? Anything you'd like to discuss from this movie while we move into the next segment?
What was the best scene? Bueller.
Oh my god. Overflowing. I hurt myself, guaranteed.
Oh man.
Your turn.
Yay.
But yeah, if you tip, you'll have to let us know, and we'll have to double check it, because I'll have to look into why these aren't working. Everything's connected properly.
Oh no, there's some things not connected.
So, I got one question. Oh, and Brooke just asked my question. Are you ready?
Hey, where are the white women at?
Well, they're in our chat. That's exactly where they're at. I fucking love my little clips that I made today. Oh. This is gonna be awful. This is moonshine. Shades has the moonshine, I think.
Horrible idea.
This is a terrible idea. You know what we're doing tomorrow, though? Not much,
a damn thing.
aside from planning our film schedule for our Mikey series. So if you want to die on camera to Michael Myers, let us know.
I might go tear out some more concrete. I mean, it's hot enough for you.
Not if you can't get off the toilet like Crude. One of the best lines of the movie.
Howard Johnson is right.
Howard Johnson is right. Well, are you ready, Shades?
No, I'm still trying to stir this nastiness off my spoon.
Yeah, I didn't all come off my spoon, but most of it did.
I'm just gonna have to clean my vajayjay and
Oh yeah?
Ooh, go for it.
You ready? I spilled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's fucking awful. Ah. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh. Ah. That's disgusting. I did way too much hot sauce. It's not just the light. My face is getting red. Oh my God. Why did we do this? Why do we do this to ourselves? This is a Scorpion Reaper hot sauce that Mr. Blogger, who tipped for it, purchased for us. And this is probably the hottest thing that we've done since November. Yeah, this stuff doesn't taste so bad no more, does it? Oh, here come the hiccups.
It'll taste like shit. Yeah.
Hopefully the hiccups are done. Oh, there they are. Well. Hey, look. I found Nick's account. Points. You get 100,000 to start. Boom. Man. Oh. Oh, man. Mr. Two Stroke.
Crude showing up here late just to laugh at us.
Oh. Mr. Two Stroke, you can now gamble. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Crude, Epyk Adventures needs more points. Oh, I'll take care of this while we're dying over here. You guys got to pass Dustin since he didn't show up tonight.
He won't need a paper sack. He just can't contain his hiccups.
Yeah, yeah. I don't hurl. But I dropped the tip leak again. Just type !donate. And it'll pull up the link. Or it should. It might be a little slow. If it doesn't, yep, there it is. That's the link right there. Click that link. Oh, it's not. It's dead. Why is it dead?
Uh-oh.
Well, one of them works. One of them doesn't.
Hey, where's the "you're fired" thing for my side?
Right, right.
I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
Yeah, but one of the links works, one of them doesn't, and the first link works. I don't know why the other one doesn't. They're the exactly. Oh, the slash tip. No, the slash cyber skull. The slash tip doesn't work. I gotta fix that. But go there, $10. We spin the wheel for hot sauce. $20. We'll do the hottest sauce that we've got tonight. Whew. How much to do the one chip challenge? 500 subscribers. If we get to 350 subscribers, we've got something called Dragon's Breath Salsa.
What were we gonna do at 305 or
Ching!
300?
Holy shit, it worked.
Hey,
did you see that?
Anonymous tipped
Yeah,
$10. Drink up, suckers.
Then it read their message. Drink up, suckers.
Bullshit.
Fine. All right.
well, whoever this anonymous is, that can get fucked.
All right. All right. He swallowed a squeaky toy from his last swirls experience. I mean, we don't kink shame around here, sir.
I'm gonna come.
Do what I want.
It worked, yes. So it was Brooke. She gave herself away.
Ah.
All right. So if you're new, we have something called Hot Shot Roulette, where if you tip $10, we'll do a shot with hot sauce in it. Which hot sauce? Well, we got a fuck ton of them. So in order to try to eat more of it than we would, typically, we
You
spin
just
the
say
wheel.
eat mower?
Yeah, eat more. You know,
I'm gonna come.
we spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on, we do.
You do.
No, bourbon pepper. So that's in the group that's over there. I'll have to grab it. Oh no, the tip thing worked. It wasn't you. Oh, Ryan Argo said it's not him. It was definitely him.
Okay. Never mind.
Whoops. Oh, I'm fired for that.
I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
All right, so let me go grab the hot sauce while Shades entertains you with stories.
Tales from the crypt. Nah. Story time. I don't like story time. I don't like talking.
Oh, hey, I got a story.
No.
Let me you wanna hear about first time I was blackout drunk?
Oh.
Yeah, that's about all I can remember.
Yeah.
So this bourbon pepper sauce we've never tried before, apparently. So while I get this prepared, you can tell Nick what you did today.
Oh, Mr. Argo convinced me it's a good idea to come help him tear out his sidewalk in front of his house. Horrible idea. At like 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it was like the hottest part of the day too. But what you do for friends.
All I want to say is I'm not reading Mr. Two Strokes' comment, but you're hilarious, guy. So I've got the hot sauce ready, but I don't have the stuff to pour a shot. So if you'd like to pour that shot.
Right.
I'm just pumped that the donation alert worked. The sub one doesn't work, but the donation does, and I put work into making that work. Like the sound bite was all different things that I clipped together myself. And the cha-ching at the beginning is from a really, really old commercial for like Carl's Jr. or something that had Seth Green. So that's Seth Green saying cha-ching.
He's talking about putting in all his work, and all I'm thinking of is Rihanna. Work, 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 work.
I know, I twerk. For $100, I will twerk right now. Hey, what? I know, but I got to put it in first. Otherwise, you're just going to have to hand it back. You hobo.
Hurry
Hobo
up,
Joe
hurry
and
up.
the
Give me
Funky
the
Bunch.
stuff. You need the stuff, man. Come on.
Oh, I overflowed. It came out really
shit.
fast.
I already forgot that I was overflowing now, so I gotta.
The lid's not on that. It's just sitting there.
Good lord.
I got way too much. Don't make my mistake. It's not probably not going to be that hot, but it's going to taste awful. I mean, it's not going to be hotter than what we just had. But it's not going to be a fun time either.
Hotter? No.
I'll even put a little music on behind us while we're doing all this.
Ooh. That's enough.
Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Not yet. I'm kidding.
This is going to be gross.
Home your tits.
Yeah,
Home
we'll
your
talk about
tits.
upcoming events at the end, Brooke. Thank you for the reminder.
You're an upcoming event.
I am.
Haha.
The letter of the day is F, because we are fucked right now.
Ooh.
You ready? Or did you do it?
No, I didn't do it. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. Oh. Ooh, that one almost. The taste was so bad, I gagged a little bit.
Ooh, yucky, yucky.
Oh, that's awful. That is awful, guys. You like to watch us suffer, though, so that's okay. Oh, that was bad, guys. Also, I know it was Argo. I just saw the notification. Ah. I gotta put my hair back. I'm getting hot over here. All right, well, if there's no more tips, let's get back into this movie, shall we?
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right. Well, at the beginning of the stream, or at the title for the stream was Blazing Saddles, greatest spoof comedy of all time. Now, I think it's the greatest spoof comedy of all time. You know, your opinion may vary, but that's what I think. So I decided to wear a shirt that's also a spoof of something. It's a Jordan Peterson reference. So, you know, clean your room and tell the truth. Hail the lobster. That's all we'll touch on there. But what did you think of the movie overall, Shades? Because you said you'd only seen like some scenes. You hadn't seen the whole movie.
Yeah, and putting more movie to the scenes that I had already seen, like, fucking insane. And then when it gets even weirder at the end, when it's singing and dancing and like, yeah, it's out there. It's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why have you never watched this before? I don't know. I don't know, Jasmine. You couldn't say that in the chat. She just messaged me and she goes, "Why have I never watched you guys before? You're so funny." I don't know. We share our links every week.
Yeah, no kidding.
But thanks for being here now. We really appreciate the watch, the likes, the comments, the shares, you know. So yeah. So, you know, having context really, really helped is what you're saying. And it was, you had no idea the context until you saw it.
Yeah, like I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
But you know what I do know?
Howard Johnson is right.
That's right. Howard Johnson is right. Yeah, so I love this movie. I can't even remember when I first saw it. It was probably in high school. Since it's been around since like 74. But I've always been a big Mel Brooks fan. It was probably Spaceballs was probably the first movie I saw because of my Star Wars love, as you can see behind me. And I fell in love with Mel Brooks and his style of comedy. And when I was old enough, to understand that he had tons of movies all like this, I was like, let's go. I got to see all of them. And the movie gallery in Clarinda had gotten tons of my business. In fact, I own some DVDs from when they closed. But that was kind of like, I grew up pretty sheltered in a traditional household as far as the content that I could watch, since, the internet wasn't as big back then, aging ourselves. But once I could start renting movies on my own, like, I was like, there's so much I've never seen, and I've been fascinated ever since. And like, this movie itself is, not just a spoof comedy on the old school Westerns, but it's a commentary about Hollywood, especially at the time. It's a commentary on politics and lobbyists. It's got a whole bunch of other shit wrapped up in it. Because there was just so much going on that Mel Brooks wasn't a fan of at the time. So he's like, we're going to make fun of everyone in this movie. Absolutely everyone. And if you didn't think you were getting made fun of yet, they break the fourth wall at the end. They show you Warner Brothers Studios, and then they start breaking into other scenes. And that was probably one of my favorite moments in the movie, was when they break in all the different sets. It was wild. I'm going to pull up the movie here.
Uh-oh.
And I can show us some of these scenes while we're talking about them. Got to do that during the break. You can fire me. Well, that's right, you can't, because I have the power. All right, screen share. All right. I'm so lost, man. Well, you wouldn't be lost if you'd have come to movie night. But, I'm talking about the very end of the movie. I still don't understand the cows. I forgot to look into that. I wanted to know why there's just random cows in some of the scenes. But you know what? That's right, Crude. You're absolutely right. For not knowing about movie night or showing up.
I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
That's right. Jasmine is fired. That's right, princess. Even you can get fired. So anyways, they zoom out. There we go. And we see Warner. I can't pin down. Oh, there we go. I don't want to play too much. I want to play the audio for sure. And we see Warner Brothers Studios. Like, there's the tower right there. Pretty good. Then they break into the we'll just call it the June month performance, which is fantastic. And then we get a fight scene, a food fight scene in the cafeteria. Hedley Lamar decides to leave and escape to the Chinese theater, where they find him. But did you have a scene you'd like to talk about? What was one of your favorite scenes, Shades?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh yeah, are you sure it's not because you want to know?
Hey, where are the white women at?
That one was pretty good.
Do you have any specific scenes that you really liked?
I'll get in trouble for my scene.
Well, you don't have to state it.
Just where the dark complected fella holds himself hostage.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Let me pull that up over here. Hold on, or he gets it. Because you know what happens right after this scene. Like, it's hilarious for one that they all fall for it. I think they were just so dumbfounded they just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, like, what do you do in that moment? Just let him off himself?
Because you know what follows is this right here, this scene that like sums up us and our fan base.
Oh, baby, you are so talented, and they are so dumb.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys aren't dumb. We fucking love you. But that's the scene that follows this that I wanted to clip out for the show. And just to discuss chat for a second, Brooke pointed out that I called her princess, and she goes, Thundy? Yeah, he always does. Yeah, I always do. She ain't getting away from it. Is it someone gonna help that poor man? Yeah. And they start like, is someone gonna help? Like, it's great. Like, I could imagine Richard Pryor pulling this off, but like, it would have been so different. Like, that was something I thought about that we kind of discussed. Was like, imagine all the movies you've seen and then think about how other people were probably thought to be cast before them or instead of them, and how different that movie would be. Like, how much different would this be with Richard Pryor and John Wayne? You know what I'm saying? That would have been wild, but it wouldn't have been what we remember today, and it may or may not have actually been successful. You know, it's wild thinking about casting and how much of an impact it really does make on your movie. Of course, after this, you know, he meets our friend who's hanging upside down. And he's like, are we awake? This is, I don't know. Are we black? And he goes, yes, we are. He goes, well, we're awake, but we're awfully puzzled. But he has no prejudice at all against him in this movie. And they become friends. And he just downs that liquor every chance he gets. I think one of my other favorite scenes with them is when he's rolling a J over here. Oh, you donated. I forgot. Let me send you some cyber credit in a second. But as soon as he sparks it up, his face, he's like, oh, I smell that. I know what that is. Like, they don't even have to say what it is. And for 1974 to do this on screen too was probably unheard of. And I think it's one of my favorite parts of this scene is every time he hits the joint, he talks like he just hit a balloon full of helium. He's like, oh yeah, he talks like this. And then he finally trails off into his normal voice. I think it's hilarious. So let me go add your cred so you can vote, so you can have more fun over here. Where you at? Page 1. Where's he at? Done. I have added your cred. Nick has his cred too. I've added cred to pretty much everyone that has tipped or has joined that didn't have it previously. So yeah. You know, this is one of my other favorite scenes too, where he's like, you know, people of the land, morons. And then when he laughs and it's genuine, I always wondered if that was a genuine reaction, but it was. I don't know how you could be serious enough to film some of these scenes. Like, we know how much fun we have filming things like Mikey, and we break down laughing all the time. And of course, we've got our Von Shop with her fancy legs. Oh yeah. Right here. This guy right here. This is the guy that Mel Brooks dubbed his lines over. That always was like, that's got to be Mel. Like, I thought it had to be Mel. Got Mongo. So, anything else, sir? Is there any other scenes in this movie you wanted to discuss or talk about? Like, someone's got to go back and get a shitload of dimes.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. So I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I know it's not quite everyone's cup of tea. That's why I was sad when Crude couldn't join us tonight, because he wasn't as big a fan of it as I am, or as we are. But there were definitely scenes he was laughing at throughout the movie. So he at least had a good time from time to time. You know, sometimes it's like pushing a rope, try to get Crude to do something. But when he does it, he enjoys it reluctantly.
Isn't pushing a rope like impossible?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if there's any scenes you guys think were hilarious that you want to discuss, we'll pull it up and we'll talk about it. Otherwise, you know, I think that
Howard Johnson is right.
And I need to know,
Hey, where are the white women at?
because you know what? Sometimes we just get so crazy that you guys have to say,
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
and yeah, so it was a fun night tonight. It was a great movie. We changed up our format a little bit from the Happy Gilmore stream. Probably not going to edit any of this down and repost it, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We're going to do more of these. So unless you got something else to discuss about the movie Shades,
No, sir.
we can move into talking about upcoming events. So
What is upcoming?
what's upcoming? Well, guys, next Thursday, there's going to be another Gaming with Thundy. And if Crude's feeling well, we will play Ninja Turtles and finish that game.
So we're going to fuck up Shredder.
Yes. The goal is to fuck up Shredder, but we can't do it without Crude. For obvious reasons.
We can.
No. Can't do it without Crude. And then after that, let's see. Let me pull up the calendar here. Then we've got another Gaming with Thundy. No, we don't. So August is a big change. We're changing everything in August. Our buddies over at 3B aren't streaming on August because they're going to be filming Tapehead 2, which we're going to be helping with from time to time. So we're going to move all of our streams in August to Friday night. Because August 6th would be our next Cyber Skull Lounge. But that's Sunday's benefit ride, which we'll get to in a second. So instead of like making sure that we're back by a certain time, we're going to move it to August 5th. And we will update our events on our Facebook page so you guys can keep up to date with it. But Friday, August 5th, we will do our live show for Cyber Skull Lounge. There will be no Gaming with Thundy that week. The following week, there'll be a Gaming with Thundy on the 12th on a Friday night. We're moving all of our streams the Friday nights in August. We're only gonna have 4 streams that month.
Like Mike Tyson. Sunday.
Yeah. And then it's the 20th. I kept saying the 25th. It's the 20th. That would be our next movie review stream or movie discussion stream. We're gonna move that to the 19th. And then we'll finish with a Gaming with Thundy on the 26th. In August, they'll be done. And then we'll go back to regularly scheduled programming in September. And we're probably going to move the gaming nights from Thursday because of football season. So the next movie review stream is the 19th. And we're going to do Demolition Man, which was Shade's pick. Which, if you haven't seen it, you've got until August 19th to watch it. And we'll try to plan a movie night, but we can't guarantee it because
I don't know why you haven't seen that one either.
Right. But Stallone, Wesley Snipes, it's Sandra Bullock, it's amazing. But we'll try to plan a movie night.
Can't forget the 3 seashells.
Right, the 3 seashells are very important. And it was very topical for everything that we've been through the last couple of years. But yeah, so we're going to try to plan a movie night, but we can't guarantee it because the month of August, aside from helping with Tapehead 2, we are going to be filming Mikey shorts, like our Mikey series. We're going to start filming in August. So if you guys want to be in it and you want to die on camera, message us on Facebook and we will put you down on our list of people to contact when we need people.
Okay.
And then what we've got, the other thing, so August 6th, I may as well just pull up the actual flyer here. So August 6th, there's a benefit ride for me that was put together by Shades and Stephen Cole, who's a buddy of ours. The sign-in is at 10 a.m. Kickstand's up at 11. It doesn't matter what you drive. All wheels are welcome. You can drive your car, truck, Jeep, motorcycle, moped, hoverboard. It doesn't matter. It's Saturday, August 6th, $15 to register. All proceeds are going to go to help with all the shit involved with my medical stuff. And, you know, since I can't work full time right now. And then first stop is Shan. We're going to start at JNR's. We're going to go to Farragut to Main Street Bar and Grill. Then to Riverton to the Riverside Inn, to Hamburg to the Blue Boon, Tarkio to the G Spot. We'll actually be able to find it this time. To Burlington Junction.
Will we, though?
At the Highway 136 Roadhouse, which I've always been curious about. We'll go to Clarinda after that, to the End of Clare. And then we'll hit River Market, which will have the free will donation meal. And there's going to be a raffle. And you can see for what. I don't want to state it. I don't want YouTube to hate me.
Yep.
And then finishing a JNR Saloon is optional. So, because we'll probably stay at River Market for quite a while, because Lauren, the guy who runs it's a really, really good guy. So, yep. If you want to know more details about any of this, you can check our Facebook page or you can message us personally. Yeah, so we look forward to seeing you guys. If you want to come out, if you can't come out, and you still want to send some money my way. The best way to do that, just send a donation on Cyberskull. So
better pop up that link again. The right link.
It does what it wants.
Link.
And then just put in the comments what it's for, you know.
Think.
There's gonna be a bunch of them. It's the hash, the slash Cyberskull media, not the hash slash tip one.
Yeah. So the one that Epyk posted. Yeah, that one.
It posts both links, so I don't know. But anyways, chat said should do Tropic Thunder movie night. Well, that's actually one of the movies that I'm gonna throw out there eventually. Like, only doing a movie a month, you know, leaves us a lot of leeway. Once we can start, if we could ever grow large enough that we can do YouTube full time, we're going to do probably a movie review a week. We'll probably do a whole bunch of stuff all the time for you guys. We'll probably live stream almost every day, but that's a future thing. So the best way you can help us now, guys, is to like the stream, comment on our videos when we post them, watch them all the way through, even if you're just lurking, hanging out, and it's playing in the background. Share our content, and you know, tell people about us. Like, these guys are fucking hilarious. You should give them a watch. You know.
I would like to say thank you. 8 people watching, 8 thumbs up. Rock on.
Let's go. Let's go.
I seen 10 watching at one point earlier, but oh, look at that. We got 9.
Oh.
And we only have 8 watching. I don't know how that worked.
We have more in here. We've had people fluctuating throughout the night. So yeah, it's been a fun stream tonight, guys. What we talk about on the next Cyber School Lounge, we still have to discuss with Crude. It's not a movie review stream. Like, if you guys are new, we do 2 Cyber School Lounges a month right now with our schedule. One is a general show where we typically have a topic or something that we talk about, which was the MREs and stuff last time. And then we have our movie stream, which is the last show of the month. And then we do, typically, every week we have a gaming stream as well. And schedules have been fluctuating, so we've been trying to figure out the right night for that. And with football season coming up, that makes it even slimmer. So yeah. You got anything else, Mr. Shades?
Nope.
I can see you, sir. You're not John Cena. So yeah. I'll give you guys one more.
Hey, where are the white women at?
And yeah, so we appreciate you guys. We thank you guys for coming out tonight. It was a lot of fun. It takes a lot of work to put this together. But you know, you guys are worth it. Our regulars who've been here from day one, we love you and appreciate you. Thank you for everyone who tipped tonight. It's gonna go towards, you know, typically everything you donate goes towards us getting equipment, paying for software, that types of things. So the more money we get, the more we can provide you guys in ways of content. So we want to thank you guys for that. It's been awesome. You got anything else to say, Shades, before we head on down the dusty trail?
Nope.
All right, everybody. Well, this was fun, and this has been great. So I guess I'll just have to leave you with a speech of greatness.
Work here is done. I'm needed elsewhere now. I'm needed wherever outlaws rule the West, wherever innocent women and children are afraid to walk the streets, wherever a man cannot live in simple dignity, wherever a people cry out for justice. Oh!